In our news bulletin for this evening, Niue Fisheries conduct a unga survey with the help of SPC to gauge stock levels and better management of this resource. The University of the South Pacific encourages the community and social development workers to attain formal qualifications with a new diploma on offer. Local disability group give back to the community with the Siale Blossom project that has been a labour of love and pride. A survey is being conducted to gather data on the status of coconut crab stocks on the island. Niue Fisheries are working with the Secretariat of the Pacific Community to undertake this exercise over the next 3 weeks. A similar survey was conducted back in the late 1980s to early 90s, and since then there have also been a few research studies carried out by different groups or individuals. 2 SPC specialists are on the island to gather data and to get perspectives from hunters and people who have an in-depth knowledge of the coconut crab or unga, their habitats, life cycles, and any other additional information that would be valuable to include in the final report. SPC's Coastal Fisheries Science and Management Advisor, Ian Bertram, says that the unga is an icon associated with Niue, and it is also a local delicacy. This comprehensive survey or study will help determine whether the stocks are healthy or depleting.
To look at the size structure of the population, are the crabs getting smaller or bigger, the sex ratio, males to females, and to try and estimate the number of crabs you have, the population, in the different types of forests you have in Niue. When we're doing the surveys, just to make a point that we put out baits, like the way the hunters hunt for crabs. We may use some old baiting stations, or we may use a mixture. This is a scientific survey, not a hunting expedition. So what we do is we measure the crabs, work out the sex, their rate of, or their stage in reproduction. We weigh the crabs and then we release. So it's not hunting for feed. It's more collecting information. There are 35 sites done in 1990. And we're going to try and get back to those sites near the coast, in your high dense forests, inland, and then other areas are way inland where you plant crops, where there's fern land.
The survey team are following a similar line of research, returning to the same area surveyed back in the 90s, and this will also be used for comparisons.
We'd like to compare the results from this survey to the previous surveys, particularly with the surveys done in the late 80s, early 90s, because that seems to be a fairly comprehensive survey and report. What we'll do now in this survey is try and get back to those same sites as Craig did in the early 90s, so that we can compare the results. I'd want the Niue fishery staff to take the lead in the writings, and myself and the scientists from Vanuatu will help guide your local staff in the report writing. So I'll give them a bit of a push. End of Feb, early March, your minister should have something on his desk.
Niue has one of the last few remaining stocks of coconut crabs in the Pacific, and it is important that this resource is well managed. The surveying exercise will be completed by the first week of December, and a final report detailing findings should be completed by February or March of next year. A new diploma on offer at the University of the South Pacific will enable community and social development volunteers and workers to attain a formal qualification. The Diploma in Leadership, Governance and Human Rights is a program that commenced in 2013 as an undergraduate program specifically designed for people already working or volunteering in roles within civil society. The Australian Aid has also offered support with a number of scholarships available for those interested in studying towards this diploma that would take 18 months to complete 12 courses. However, there is a set criteria for applicants that they must be a citizen of a USB member country, and the Niue USB Centre is encouraging people on the island to take up this opportunity to apply for a potential scholarship that will cover fees and closes on the 9th of January 2015. USB Niue Centre Director Marianne Talangi says this diploma is ideal given that people can study without having to leave Niue because the diploma is offered by distance education. This will be a great opportunity to attain a formal qualification that recognizes community work and also to help individuals strengthen their skills and work they're already doing within NGOs and civil society. The sweet aroma and welcoming sight of siale blossoms have added much beauty to the roadsides from the airport all the way to Tamkotonga, with much credit to the Niue Tolomaki Aoloa Association volunteers. NTAA is an association that represents people living with disabilities on the island, and this project has been a labour of love and pride. We spoke with the project coordinator today about the project that is their contribution to beautifying the island.
It's a lot of work to maintain these siale blossoms here. It's for a promotion of tourism on our island. But the main objective is to get people to recognize the people with disability here on the island, because they have been looking down so many times. But that's the overall perspective of our project, is to beautify the island of Niue. And it's for anybody to pick the flowers if they want, because it's very popular here on Niue. All of our tourists from overseas and also the Niuean living in New Zealand and Australia, they stop here many times just to take their photos and pick the flowers. Sometimes they take the whole branch and they take a while to grow back. We are short of manpower, but we are just growing slowly every year. We will expand the planting of the siale cuttings toward the other village. Yeah, and then from there we carry on from there. And at the same time we have a can collector project. Maybe we'll bring a small size to put a few alongside the road, just to blend in with the environment, to make a clean environment as well, because we always clean over here so the people can throw their cans inside. So anybody who wants to donate a small funds to help maintain the beautiful blossoms throughout the year, yeah, they can just bank it into our to the NTAA Kiwi Bank account. Yeah, so in that way they can have something give and take, you know. But it's an open voluntary thing for anybody. So all these siale projects, it doesn't cost that much, just only the labor that we put in to make something different for the country, you know, to bring back some benefit, not only for the Tolomaki Aoloa Association, but it's for the whole island.
The siale or frangipani trees are now blossoming with a wide variety of white, yellow, orange and pink frangipani cuttings that were planted at the beginning of the year. According to Pui, this program was designed to raise awareness for the group and as a way of giving back, but the siale is also iconic and could be considered as a taonga.
It's a taonga anyway. It's, a lot of people sing songs about it, about the siale, how beautiful it is. It goes together with the maile. So it'll look good in the future. You know, our vision as we look a bright future for Niue, something different to change the scenery. You know, because many times we drive along this road, we see the same old trees again. But we need a different scene, a beautiful scene of flowers blossoming, different colors of red, yellow, white, and orange. Those are the different varieties we have over here. In behalf of the Tolomaki Aoloa Association. Yeah, I'm not doing it by myself, but I do it for their behalf, and behalf of our country as well, Niue. Yeah, for our people, our government, and for the pride of our country.
Roughly 700 frangipanis were planted, with plans to look at expanding this project to other villages in the future. That concludes our news bulletin for this evening. We do hope that you can join us in our news bulletin on Thursday.